sorry, what?
Welcome back to an all-new episode of Mondays Are a Mother. I'm your host, Kaylin. And if you're new here, welcome to the space. It has been 3 months with you guys. And I want to say thank you to each and every one of you who has been a part of this journey from the beginning, or if you've joined throughout the journey. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. In the last 3 months, I've shared vulnerably a lot about childhood traumas that led to maybe some poor decisions on relationships and the way that I move today. I also talked about the way that I healed from them, what practices I chose, and then additionally some heartbreak along the way. I've shared about dates that were awesome and then some that were not. I also had the opportunity to speak with 2 incredibly amazing women. Well, 3, but we're going to meet her again, don't worry. But 2 amazing women who shared vulnerably their story, how we met, and at different times of our lives. I thought it was so cool the way that Paige talked about we both were on a new mom journey and how awesome it was to share and relate. And also, I wondered if my presence had any impact other than a negative one, because, sometimes at that office I would be a little bit louder than I should be, but stuff made me a little bit more upset than it probably did others. With that, I was thankful to hear her perception and the fact that she trusted and believed that my intention and impact were more than what was perceived by others. We were just at a higher thinking, I believe, just see patterns a lot differently. I think it also stems from a little bit of our shared childhood vulnerability. Maybe not vulnerability, but you get it. You get it. Also, getting to talk to Brandy and have these moments of clarity from childhood memories and knowing that they belong with her was probably one of the coolest things ever. She joined us last week and I was so incredibly grateful. Thank you again so much. I love the fact that not only did we have an episode together, but we also got to have a girls' night out. I love this local karaoke bar. Unfortunately, the 40 plus crowd also loves me being there. Oh God, not that it's a bad thing, but we got our tab taken care of. Well, most of us did. Some of us, Brandy, left a little early and didn't get hers paid for. But with that, unfortunately, even with the 40 plus crowd, I still see the same issue that I see with men who are younger, is that they'll start off super strong and then lead you down the road to nowhere. No intention, it's fleeting, and then they move on. Chapter 2. I, unfortunately for them, do not wait around to be lost. I have learned with sharing with you all, it's been healing. I cannot even describe how healing it has been to do this with you and recognize these behaviors and say no thank you. And yes, I know you all are wondering, did anything happen again with old Sneaky Link? No. The ghost with the most does what he does best, and it's typically don't overanalyze my behaviors. I'm going to be hot and heavy and text you because I can't wait to hang out with you. And then all of a sudden we are so busy and have such different schedules than we had before. No biggie though. Honestly, it really didn't hurt my feelings because I have been in this space of allow people to act that way. Just because they act that way doesn't mean I'm going to allow them to treat me that way. And moving on. I, again, no longer chase people that don't serve me. What do I look like chasing men anyways? I am too bad of a bitch to be a chaser. My God, I run for fun. I don't run for pleasure. Actually, that's the same thing. Running for fun. You get what I mean, though. I'm literally not chasing men of all things. That's not my role and will forever not be. And even with this over 40 plus crowd, they were honestly disappointed I didn't chase them. They were disappointed. And that's something else new and weird is like they want to be, men for some reason want to be chased. And that's cool, I guess. But I don't do that. Maybe you saw your mom chase men around, but that's not for me. I have too much going for me. If I've asked you twice, when can I see you? And it doesn't align, babe, that's too close to begging for me. And I only beg in the bedroom. So, bloop, no thank you. Now, additionally, in these last 3 months, I have grown probably in my business more than I thought that I would. I found myself planning better, practicing better, so that way I could be more organized, not just for the podcast, but for all areas of my life. Really taking the time to do research and practice what I preach was huge. I don't know why we often get so nervous or scared to just go for it, but nothing that I have not tried hasn't worked out. Even if I did a poor job, I learned from that experience. I grew from that experience. I made something better from it. So thank you. None of this would have been possible without all of your feedback and without all of you participating. I am honored to continue to do this with you. I've shared a lot with you, and a lot of you have shared with me, not on a public front, but on a personal level, that the relatability has been nice, to have a sense of community, to be a little bit more raw than we're able to be in our day-to-day. I gotta be honest, there's nothing better than living authentically. There's nothing better than being my true self. Even if it's not everybody's cup of tea, that's okay. Get a different fucking drink. Don't sit here and complain about the drink that you're sipping on if it's not your flavor. I think we all get caught up in this state of a tolerable, uncomfortable misery. And it's okay if we stick around because that's what everybody else is doing. It's never going to be me. I'm always going to preach, be you, be loud, be every bit of you, because there's never in life going to be another one. I don't know about you, but I only remember this life. And I hope and think this is my first time here, and I do hope it's my last. I want to enjoy every moment of it. I want to be the person that I know I'm supposed to be, and that's living as true to myself as possible. And I can't do that watering it down, making others happy. Why? Because they think I should act a certain way. I mean, hell, people got mad at me that I have known people longer than I knew them. Meanwhile, they were and are still friends with people that aided and abetted others' harm against me, and wonder why I don't say anything. Even with that, I've healed and grown. Even with that, I've made change. And I always recognize there are levels to each and everyone's progress. There are levels to each and everyone's steps of who they need to be. And with this has allowed for me to really make each and every one of those steps. I can't chase anyone but the woman that I know I'm supposed to be. And that's living authentically. It's living loudly and proudly. It's being a voice for those who have had these same experiences that I have and maybe haven't felt comfortable enough to share or even know how to put a name to them. With being raw and real, there leaves no room for error. I know that I can't say the wrong thing to the right person. I know that I can't say the wrong thing to the right community. I know that others who think the way I think, feel the way that I feel, and love the way that I feel always align with purpose. So thank you. Thank you for taking every week to be with me. I wish I could hug you. I wish I could give you a high five, whatever it takes. I'm just grateful for all of this time we've gotten to share and how important it has been to me. And also with this, I recognize unhealthy patterns in myself. I learned that I typically go for relationships that I know start off strong and then will require for me to compromise and water myself down to be a version of comfortability for them. And I've learned that that is unacceptable. I've learned that that's not me. the person that I know I'm supposed to be with is going to be the type that is loud about me. It's honestly the type of person who is going to say, I prayed for this. With that, I've been on a journey where the more I become the woman that I know I want to be, the less I worry about who comes to me or who says what about me or blah blah perception. My perception is my reality. And I really am that bitch. And I'm always going to be her. I'm always going to be someone who looks out for her community. I'm always going to be someone who gives others a voice. I'm always going to be someone that gave myself a voice when I never thought that I could. In so many situations, I looked at it with the utmost clarity and said, my circumstance won't be my ceiling, and exceeded every statistic and expectation. I proved every single person that doubted me wrong. I've left every single person that had something negative to say about me either, okay, if I'm that horrible, if I'm that bad, allow for me to give you the space that you need to be you. And honestly, they are usually in a worse position than I left them in. They've made no progress. They've made no growth other than the barest minimum. They're either seeking out people that are slivers of or reflections of them, and good for them. They worked really hard to live that way. And that's just not the life for me. And I will never, ever, ever want to participate or engage in that. And with this validating me in every step that I'm making is the right decision, and practicing each and every moment their act of self-love and showing others what that looks like, what that feels like, knowing that it is creating that for you who's listening. I have read feedback. I've read from you all about, hey, thank you for this tip, or hey, I needed that, or this created awareness in me that I've got to stop doing X, Y, and Z and start doing A, B, and C. I mean, that's what this is about. And I don't know what a greater purpose for myself than to be in a space of living so authentically and so in love that it does nothing but attract those who love me and who love themselves. Not like who love me, like, oh my God, I mean, but you get it. They just true, and they want the best for me. And that's being able to have that and pray for that, and pray that, hey, like, those who aren't for me, just remove them. Hey, honestly, removal isn't loss, it's mercy. There's so many conversations that you aren't privy to. And each and every time I've ever said, if this person is not for me, please just remove them, they went running. I'm talking I was scared the door was going to hit them on the way out. And when I think about those who didn't, I guess, survive that prayer, all I have to do is say, thank you. Thank you for protecting me. Thank you for this. And I just watch, like, there's nothing quicker. There's no quicker prayer than asking for fruit to fall. And I see it fall, and it hurts. But my God, the view on the other side is amazing. You see so much clearer through when all the rotten fruit is fallen and the trees are full of abundance and growth, you're able to see really, like, that's the real fruit of your labor. I'm really building this community. I'm really seeing those who I pour into, who pour back into me, and I'm grateful. I love it. And thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of it every week. Thank you for loving yourself enough to take the time to practice some of these things that may sometimes seem a little silly or may seem very easy and minuscule, mundane. But I promise, when you start at the core, or you start at the very beginning with simplicity, it's nothing but up from there. building those habits. And I can't say enough how impactful it has been on my life to really be in this space of I love me and I have to give me the best. And without you, without you guys, without you guys participating every single week to give me the opportunity to share this experience and these practices that are helping you too, I would not be the woman I am today. With every step that I've made along the journey and being able to share the bad choices, the good choices, the learning experiences, self-reflection on those practices as well, so I can make even better decisions now. All of this has been essential to who I am. Now, before I go, if you haven't already, please like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. I'm going to read our Monday mantra, is that I honor my growth, even when it happens slowly. Sometimes we don't see it in front of us, but when we compare a progress picture from day 1 to day 30, we do see the difference. Even if it's little, honor it, cherish it, hold it, and highlight it. That's why you've got to do it daily. Document that daily. I'm proud of you. My tip of the week is that measure progress by how you feel and not just by numbers. Consistency, confidence, and clarity are wins too. Really and truly daily diary writing. That's me all the time. I love a diary. I love a journal. I'm such a slut for a good journal. Growth isn't always visible, but it's definitely valuable, especially with your discernment. Trust you. You've got this. Consistency builds trust. If you're still listening, and once again, thank you so much. I'm so happy to have you. Now, not only do we have a Facebook and an Instagram, we have a website with a direct link. I would like to encourage some of my listeners, if you wouldn't mind. I have 2 families in need that would appreciate a Christmas. And I'm collecting a lot of what I can. However, I gotta be honest, getting a list kind of seems rough. The list thing is weird because I watch people who shop for the angel tree and they're like, these kids get what they get and they don't throw a fit. Like, good luck. And as an angel tree recipient, like of the worst year of my life when my mom died and I didn't get to see my dad because there was just things that I wasn't privy to. And I just wanted a normal Christmas. Like, I just wanted my family together and I wanted my mom back. And the fact that like everyone is hovering over me to make a list, I was like, sure, I'll settle for a Barbie dream house. Why not? And if the mentality of the person who picked up my angel was, why would she want a Barbie dream house when she probably needs a coat? I think I would be like, why would Santa literally give a shit whether or not I had a coat? You would probably want to see me excited for the first time in 6 months. If that's your mentality, then please just donate to the organization instead of like cherry picking what you would like to do. Like, please, because when you think about it, that's not what Sarah would do. Santa would do. That's not what Santa would do. Santa wouldn't say, oh, well, you know what? Because this person's poor, they get a dollar store Barbie. Nope. So if you're listening and wanting to figure out something to donate or someone to donate to or an organization, there are so many. And Angel Tree is one that if you donate or don't get an angel, that's okay. They'll make sure that those kids wake up on Christmas morning feeling absolutely blessed. And with that, I have 2 families in mind. One of them is just struggling with, I don't want to give too many details because I love them so deeply and I would like for this to be a surprise. But my intention is to get them both gift cards for whatever we receive. And there is a link in the website that you can click for PayPal. It does say 3 Layers Bakery, which is also my business. But if you put in the memo MRAM donation, you not only get an option to, I believe, receive a donation receipt, but you also get it marked like that goes into a specific place, and you get a receipt as well for tax purposes, and it comes to me visibly as a donation. So with that, I'm able to put all of that to purchase a Walmart gift card for them. And that's just something I've had on my heart and would like to do within the next 2 episodes, or by the last episode of the year. I would like to have shared that card with them. It's just help give these guys a Christmas. And whether it's $5, $10, doesn't matter, as long as whatever you feel on your heart is best would be totes awesome and much appreciated. Now, also on our website, you are able to click where it says listen on and click your preferred podcasting app and follow, subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and tell me that you like me, you love me, hate me, whatever. I would just be grateful for it. Thank you guys again so much for listening, and I can't wait to hear from you next week. Have a wonderful rest of your day and keep going. You're a badass. Love ya. Bye.